everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today, as our self-quarantine St. Patrick's Day celebration, we are making some Irish brown bread from the Avoca Cafe cookbook. I've added my 2 3/8 cup of brown flour already, to which I'm adding 1 and 2/3 cup, 2/3 cup measuring cup, best thing ever, of white flour. Then, my favorite part, 3 handfuls, best measurement, 1 of bran, and 2 handfuls of wheat germ, which I don't have, but I do have flaxseed, which is a good substitute. Oops, throwing it all over the place. So we've got those in there. We're going to have also 2 heaping teaspoons of baking powder. Very scientific measuring here. And our 1 level teaspoon of salt to go with the flour, bran, flaxseed, baking soda, other flour. So, get all those stirred up nicely. As always, I used a bowl that's a little too small for my needs because that's the way I do things. So, everything's all nicely mixed-ish. And I'm going to add a dessert spoon of treacle. Do I know how much a dessert spoon is? No, I do not. Do I know that treacle is the same as Lyle golden syrup? Now I do. That's what you learn when you've been married to an Irishman for over 25 years. I imported my husband from Dublin, as I like to say. We've been living in the States ever since. And I'm gonna add to the treacle, making sure I read things correctly. Stir in enough milk to give it a moist but not sloppy mixture. That for me means I start with a couple of cups of milk and go from there. Still moist, not too sloppy yet. Might need up to another full cup of milk, which will be seriously getting into our quarantine supplies, since right now our grocery stores are not set up for delivery or curbside pickup until like the 25th. Of course, today's St. Patrick's Day, which is the 17th. And we are a self-quarantine household because my younger son returned from college in San Francisco a week early. They started spring break a week early. Of course, it's turning out to be, this is going to be the rest of the semester is him being at home, but he was not well when he came home. We called the nurse. They said, stay in your house, all of you, for 2 weeks. So that's what we're doing. All the washing of things, all the being careful with germs and transmission. He's feeling much better. Thank goodness. He only had a fever for a few days. The cough is pretty much gone. His sore throat is mostly gone. We're very happy. The resilience of youth, but meanwhile, his father and I are, being quarantined, which is fine. We are able to work from home, and we enjoy it, usually. So once I get all this mixed, I'm going to add it to my well-oiled pan, stick it in the oven at 475 for 20 minutes, and then we're going to lower the heat to 300 and bake it for another hour. And if it's good, then we'll be happy. And if not, we'll go back in the oven. So, Irish brown bread, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you're quarantining well. Bye. Okay, here we have our brown bread. It smells great. Gotta kind of loosen its edges here. It, I grant you, is a little bit lopsided, but you know. Let's see if it'll pop out of its tray now. Woohoo! And we thump it to hear that nice thumpy cooked sound. So we've taken our brown bread, which sounds nice and cooked, out of its very long bake. Cooled it just a little bit, but not a lot, because who has time to be patient? Look at that lovely break. I don't have any idea, but I'm assuming that Paul Hollywood would actually love it and be super impressed with me. Golly, it's warm. And we put on the Irish approved amount of lashings of butter, is the correct term for that. Not just a bit of butter, but a lashing of butter. Happy St. Patrick's Day.